Hi, thanks so much for clicking play. I am Chase Reeves. Ice to the Brim is sort of my neck of the woods online. And I'm doing my darndest to keep it sort of fresh and maybe even exciting and entertaining and insightful, matterful. There's a lot of content here now between like the quotes and the longer editorials and the workflow hacks and all sorts of stuff. But I can promise you this. It's going to get better from this point on and sort of as we go. So I ask that you would subscribe. On the subscribe page, there's a little form there. You can sign up for what is basically like a curated newsletter from me. Every once in a while, you'll get an email with some of the best content from the site. It won't bug you, and you can always turn it off. I mean, you should be thanking me for the giggles. So yeah, so go do the subscribe thing. I'd really appreciate that. Maybe you can give me some feedback and say, hey, make more laughing moments. With that, let's get into sort of the meat of why we're all here today. What's with the name? Ice to the Brim sort of means two things to me. First and foremost, it's sort of like when you, in my family, when you make a cocktail, ice all the way to the brim is the very first step of any cocktail that you make. And then there's like gin, or then there's like vodka, or then there's like whiskey. And some people like don't get it, that the ice is such an essential part to any cocktail. It keeps it fresh, helps it last longer. So do this. I mean, here's your tip, like ice to the brim, pour a sipper, make it nice and strong, put a little bit of soda or whatever that in there, and it lasts longer. You make less of them, and people enjoy them a lot more. So if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong. And the second layer of meaning for Ice to the Brim is sort of like a way of being. There's all these people talking about the glass is half empty, or the glass is half full, and nothing matters, and everything matters. I kind of find myself saying, like, we can't really say either of those with any degree of certainty, but we can show up prepared and sort of make the most out of it, because there's so much time between like sort of here and when we actually like kick the bucket, so to speak. I want to make sure that I like bring a chilled glass. There's this story of my grandpa. He's staying in this hotel, and he hears these kids sort of partying down at the pool, you know, kids partying at the pool. My grandpa, being who he is, this is what he does. He puts on his robe, because apparently he didn't have a robe on before that, and he walks down to go hang out with these kids. And so as he's walking up, he pulls out of his robe pocket this glass full of ice, and he says, "What are we drinking?" And the kids say something like, "We're drinking beer, man." You know, and he goes, whoosh, tosses out the ice. "Well, I brought a chilled glass." I love that approach to life. And it's not about putting beer or cocktails in your glass. It's putting giggles and hugs and sorrow and mourning when necessary, and makeup, like saying I'm sorry. That's kind of what Ice to the Brim is to me. So, I'm Chase. Thanks for coming by, saying hi, watching the video. Do stick around, do subscribe, because we're going to do a lot of cool stuff, like podcasts, videos, little things, workflow, all that jazz. So thanks.